Want to know the one thing you need to turn your ordinary days into an extraordinary story? Every successful author has high expectations for their stories. They choose their characters, their settings, descriptions, details, and themes to meet their writing standards. They prioritize these standards to align with their vision of a well-written story and the experience they want the reader to have. Some authors focus on character-based stories, others build imaginary worlds with fantastical creatures. Still others prioritize the narrative, creating such detailed description the reader feels like they are immersed in a painting. Your life works the same way. And for you, your core values set your expectations, guide your choices, and determine your daily experiences. If for a few minutes you became the reader of your story, where would you say the author has prioritized things that don't truly matter? As the main character of your story, when have you taken on commitments that drain your time, energy, or resources? When do you strive to meet others' expectations rather than your own? It's time for some revisions. It's time to declutter your priorities. And that all starts with getting clear on what your priorities even are. Do you value your health over your career, your work over your relationships, your to-do list over your self-care? Look at your current story. Where have you accepted first draft ideas or skipped doing the work of revising when things don't align with your vision? Where is your heart longing for a bigger vision? What priorities need decluttering to get you there? That brings us to our third declutter your life question. What's one core value you need to prioritize in your life? This next story might help you answer this question. For years, my friend Maya chased stability, a secure job, a predictable routine, and a neatly organized life. Now in her 40s, she felt restless, like life was passing her by. Then one day, she stumbled upon pictures from a spontaneous road trip she took in her 20s. The laughter, the unplanned adventures, the thrill of the unknown. It all felt so distant. As she shared this experience with me, Maya realized that adventure, a value she once held dear, had been buried under her pursuit of security. She decided it was time to bring it back. It didn't mean quitting her job or abandoning responsibilities. It meant finding small ways to invite adventure into her everyday life. With my help, she identified ways to create an adventurous life. Her ideas included finding a new hiking trail, a weekend getaway, and even trying a new recipe. Each step brought her closer to feeling alive again. Now it's your turn. Use the Decluttering Your Life guide to reflect on our third decluttering question. Think about some times where you felt most alive and living in the moment, where time seemed to disappear. What were the core values you were honoring then? Maybe, like for Maya, adventure is something you've been ignoring, or maybe strengthening key relationships has taken a back burner to lesser important social connections. There's no right or wrong answers. You simply want to identify the values most important to you. Let's take this one step further with a little practice I call taking your core values inventory. Take a few moments to write down your top 5 core values in your Declutter Your Life guide. Maybe they include connections, creativity, learning, security, or spirituality. Are you honoring them? If so, briefly note when and how you're prioritizing each value in your current lifestyle. Are they reflected in how you spend your time? If not, identify one small way to shift your priorities so they align with what truly matters to you. Identify a time or an activity where you could strengthen this core value. Next, put a star next to the top 1 or 2 core values. For the next week, commit to tracking and simply noticing when you are doing something that aligns with your top values. You might even want to put these top 1 or 2 core values in a visible place, so it reminds you to be aware and look for when you are aligning with these values. Want more ways to declutter your life? There are 5 key questions you need to be asking yourself. Download the Declutter Your Life guide for the prompts and interactive videos to help you shift your mindset and write the story of a life you love. The link is in the description. In the next video, we'll discuss decluttering your commitments, how to say no to what drains you and yes to what fuels your story. If you're a recovering people pleaser, like me, this strategy can be the first step towards huge changes in your life. Take a look at this next video to continue decluttering your life. Today's the day you turn one-day dreams into day one action.